All right, what's going on, Tiger fans? We are 9 days out from the start of the best time of year. You can feel it. We love number 9. That's our favorite number. It's going to be a matter of time before that statue comes up. But for right now, we're going to talk about why this is the deepest wide receiving room, not just in the SEC, but in college football. Not necessarily a big-time name, not top-heavy like in 2019 where you had Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, but just more just bodies. I mean, just 7, 8, 9 guys that you feel comfortable that can go in, and they complement each other so well with their versatility, their size, their speed. So we're going to break them down one by one. I'm going to start with Zavion Thomas. He seems to have had a great camp so far. Really had a great connection with Garrett Nussmeier. I think the thing with Zavion is that he's so versatile. He was the only player on the team last year to line up at 4 different spots. He was at running back, he was at receiver, he was at punt returner and kick returner. He every time he touched the ball was a little over 14 yards. So that's a positive. That's something you want to do, get him the football. But it's going to be fun to see, especially because Tigers are a little short on running backs this year. He has the ability to line up in the backfield, do some counters, maybe some sweeps, put him in the slot, throw some bubble screens, essentially an extension of the running game anyway. But he also has 3 special team returns for touchdowns in his career, so he can do that as well. You're going to find that as a very common theme in this receiving room: speed and special teams aces. Zavion Thomas looks to have a big year. I'm going to move right on over to Aaron Anderson. Finally broke out last year, the former 5-star out of Edna Carr, transfer from Alabama, bummed up his knee his freshman year, but really came into his own. He made some big plays last year, clutch plays that, as you can remember, that game-tying touchdown against Ole Miss. And then, certainly that big slant he caught against Texas A&M, that was big time. And then the kick return against OU in the final game. He's electric, 5 touchdowns last year. He's just another year removed from that surgery, so he should be more explosive, more healthy. Definitely going to be in that slot role. Him and Nussmeier have had a connection since day one. Expect big things from Aaron Anderson. Now, the one that everyone's really been talking about all offseason and really been talking about for the past 4 or 5 years, particularly his health. He's finally healthy. Number 3, Chris Hilton. He's on the outside. He's one of the fastest players in college football. He was timed at almost 24 miles per hour this offseason, high 4.2s. You could tell just as soon as he got healthy at the end of last year, he just completely opened up the offense. Those last 2 games against Oklahoma and Baylor, he had 3 touchdowns. You can just see the difference that he makes. He opens up everything for whether it's the running game or just more of the underneath stuff, the intermediary stuff. He's known as a deep threat, but he's gotten more physical. Certainly with the injuries, he's had to learn how to use his hands a little bit more, and certainly he's really just coming into his own. We're going to see if the Tigers can use him more. Certainly bubble screens, maybe jet sweeps, things like that. So that's going to be exciting to see. Now we're going to move over to Nic Anderson, number 4, big time, big body, 6'4", coming out of Oklahoma, set the OU record in 2023 for 10 receiving touchdowns, big time. Blew out his knee last year, didn't get a lot of action, transfers into the Tigers. He didn't practice a lot in the spring, but he's gotten healthy. He's been getting more and more reps with the ones. He's had big physical presence on the outside. He can go for the go route as well, but he's not afraid to go over the middle and make those tough catches as well. Nic Anderson's going to play a lot of football. And then we'll move over to another transfer, and this is going to be Barion Brown, number 6. Another speedy. I mean, just speed, athleticism, another return specialist. He set an SEC record. He has 5 kick returns for touchdowns in his career. And pretty cool stat here, since 1976, there have only been 2 players in college football that have had 11 receiving touchdowns and 5 kick return touchdowns before their senior year, and Barion Brown is one of them. So just add him to to the names that I've already listed, and you can just see that he's foaming at the mouth to really, get going here. Probably be used a little bit more than he was at Kentucky, more on special teams at Kentucky. He's going to be a full, complete wideout this year. And then finally for receivers, I'm going to go Kyle Parker. Last year, he started off strong. He was a big name coming out of camp, speedster out of Texas, big physical, big time touchdown against UCLA. Shortly thereafter, unfortunately, tore his tricep tendon. He was out for the season, but he's back. He's fully healthy. Brian Kelly at one point said he was the strongest receiver on the team, one of the strongest pound-for-pound players on the team. He's healthy again. It looks like he's going to be making some noise. There's going to be plenty of balls to go around, and he's going to be there, particularly because he's more of that physical presence. He has the speed, but he's going to be able to play a lot of football, particularly in the slot, going over the middle, high point in the football. All six of those guys are going to see a lot of action. And then you know what? You've got three guys that would probably play for a lot of other teams. Jelani Watkins, one of the fastest players in college football, clocked 10-2 in high school in the 100-meter. He's been returning punts. He could be somebody you see. Kylan Billiot out of Homa, 6'3". He's a big body. He's got a bright future. So the Tigers, they've got a lot of options. And then Destin Hill, the Florida State transfer, he's wearing that number 2. He looks good doing it. Also, number 2 is a very special number at LSU, particularly for wide receivers. And then if that's not enough talent, I'm going to move over to the best tight end room in college football. You're going to have 6'7", 240. TreyDez Green, just an absolute freak of nature, basketball player. If y'all remember him blocking that shot against Alabama and then taking it down and slamming it, he's really exciting, really came on at the end of the year, caught a touchdown against Ole Miss and then a couple touchdowns against Baylor. He's just long. He's athletic. He's got a huge catch radius. Just throw it up to him. He's going to make a play. You put him in the slot, put him on the end, put him on the outside. He's learning to block a little bit more. Alex Atkins coming over, coaching the running game and tight ends from Florida State. He's getting his nose a little dirty. He's got it all. He's a mismatch. He joked the other day meeting with the media that he doesn't consider it the red zone when he's down there. He considers it the green zone. So we'll call it the green zone. Expect a big year. If you're Nussmeier, why aren't you looking for that guy? He's really something else. He's too big for safeties and DBs, and he's too fast for linebackers. Really going to be fun to watch. And then kind of an underrated guy, but he's really stepped up, had a huge summer, huge offseason, and he's versatile, very athletic himself. 6'3", 6'4", 240, 250, Bauer Sharp, coming in from Oklahoma. He was their leading receiver last year in receptions and yards. He comes over. That's gonna make a 1-2 punch with TreyDez Green. That's fantastic. Brian Kelly's always traditionally liked to play 12 personnel, 1 running back, 2 tight ends. So that's going to help tremendously. TreyDez Green is technically a wide receiver anyway, but the 12 personnel, you may even see 13 personnel with Donovan Green coming over from Texas A&M. He's more of a run stuffer, but athletic enough to make a play, keep you honest, certainly. So look, the Tigers have plenty of depth. They have plenty of talent, athleticism everywhere. Like I said in the beginning, the versatility, the complements the size and the speed so well. Garrett Nussmeier being in his senior year, his last year, arguably the Heisman frontrunner right now. He's got to be so happy, so excited to see what's going to be dialed up this year. Him and Clemson and Cade Klubnik are going to be going at it in a little over a week. It's going to be so fun to see. Probably expect a high-scoring game. I mean, why wouldn't you expect a high-scoring game? Don't sleep on that Tiger defense. But for right now, just keep an eye on this wide receiving room. It's absolutely loaded. It's going to be so fun to watch. Go Tigers.